Local students have taken over Bonanzaville in West Fargo. The village is busy with school tours, year-end field trips. It's part of their local history curriculum. Bonanzaville's been doing this for decades. Every year, about 70 schools, about 5,000 kids make their way through during the month of May.
Bonanzaville is all about living history. So not only do you get to read about a person or a family or a story of a pioneer that settled here in the Fargo-Moorhead area or in Cass County, but you also get to walk into their house. And if you walk into their house, it looks basically like they left it.
This year's tours were sponsored by Cass County Electric, who gave out goodie bags to students at the end of their visit.
Coming up next in sports, it was Kids Day for the FM Redhawks. As you can see, they had a lot of fun in the stands, but was it as fun on the field? We'll find out next.